It's great. You know, originally when he said there was going to be a draft party, I thought it was a draft beer party. But, you know, this works out great. This is going to be neat. I think every year it can grow, and more people will have more and more cars out here. And the big thing is to have families, you know, intermix with the teams and really relate to the cars. And that's all what we're about in Speedway. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. And Kevin, I think Doug Bowles. Introduce Doug, President of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Thank you, sir. Well, good evening, everybody. Good afternoon. Still sunshiny here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Thank you so much for coming out. I think like most of us who grew up in Indianapolis and grew up coming to the racetrack across the street, our favorite day of the entire year, without a doubt, is the Indianapolis 500. And it's still, for me, at 55 years old, I can't wait for race day at the Indy 500. It is Christmas. It is your anniversary. It's your wife's birthday. It's all that stuff all wrapped into one that happens on race day. Beth's over there, so I need to make sure I don't get in trouble. But she knows it because she feels the same way. But in 2018, something happened that was really, really cool and has become a close second for me every year, and that is the Driven to Save BC39 presented by WeatherTech. It is an unbelievable event because it celebrates grassroots racing, and it celebrates everything that's good about motorsports. All those small tracks across the country where the USAC National Series, where there's midgets or the sprint cars run, and those drivers who want to be at the top level of their sport in their midgets or the sprint cars, and ultimately they want to run at the Speedway, whether it's in the Indy cars or the NASCARs. That's ultimately where they want to go. There was a guy named Tony Stewart, who many of you know, who grew up that way. He started racing in short tracks here in Indiana, and ultimately his goal was to get to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. He did it in the 500, and unfortunately when he was running there he didn't get a chance to win it, but he did come around in NASCAR and get to climb the fence at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and is one of our heroes. And when he decided that he was going to retire, all of us at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway thought, we want to do something for Tony Stewart. And Tony didn't want anything. Tony wanted to just get through the year, but track started doing things for him, and we felt like, well, what do you give Tony Stewart? He's got everything he needs. Well, Tony Stewart loved short track racing so much, and he loved the Indianapolis Motor Speedway so much, we decided that we would build a temporary dirt track inside Turn 3 and bring Tony Stewart out and celebrate Tony Stewart's retiring from racing at the NASCAR level full-time with his favorite thing, short tracks, midgets, at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I reached out to Brian Clauson and some others, some folks at USAC, Levi Jones, and we built this amazing racetrack there at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Tony came. The idea was he was going to wave the green flag and let 6 or 7 guys take some laps. Sarah Fisher actually was there as well, so some gals take some laps. And ultimately, when that got finished, Tony decided he needed to get in a car too. So Tony hopped in a car, which got Susie Elliott and Tony Stewart and I in a little bit of trouble. Miss Judy from Chevrolet is here because he didn't get in a Chevy, he got in a Toyota, and we all know how important Toyota is to short track and how invested they are in that. But Tony was a Chevy guy, we were a Chevy track. It created a little bit of bumps for us, but it was an amazing moment. And then what happened out of that, a couple of folks in the paddock came up and said, hey, we need to have a race at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway today, and everybody started pitching in cash. So we were up to like $5,000 or $6,000 that we were going to put on the line for these 7 cars to go out and win this sort of impromptu race at the Speedway. I called our insurance guys and said, hey, if I do this, how much trouble are we going to get in? If something goes wrong, where are we? Kevin and I talked, what can we do? And then Brian Clauson tapped me on the shoulder. And Brian said, hey, Doug, you know, this has been a great night. This has been amazing. Everybody's so excited about this. Let's do this the right way. The problem with doing this tonight is it could go all wrong, and here's why it could go all wrong. It could go all wrong because everybody that straps in a race car, Brian included at that moment, is going to do everything they can to say they were the first person to win on the dirt track at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I kind of looked at Brian and I thought, for the first time in my life, the race car driver in the room is the adult. He made the wise decision. We were all this close to doing something crazy, putting up money, cash for somebody to race at the Speedway in a race that was not sanctioned, and we could very easily have ruined an entire moment that ultimately was the seed planted in order for us to host this race that we're going to have here this week. My only regret is Brian Clauson didn't get to compete at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But every day I walk out there, I think about Brian Clauson, and I think about his decision to come. He pulled from the other side of the country, basically, to make sure that he could be there to support Tony Stewart, but more importantly, be there to test this racetrack out. We stood around a little bit afterwards, and we knew at that moment that there would be someday soon a racetrack at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway with a proper USAC national race. Today, that is the BC39. That track has been built in Brian's honor. With that, to talk a little bit more about Brian, the lives he's saved, I'll touch on one more thing, just to thank the folks at Driven to Save. We have a lot of sponsors at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Some of them are really important. My first car I ever bought's a Chevy, so I love talking about Chevrolet. I still have it because of our relationship with Chevrolet. It's organic, it's true. So when you hear me say something about Chevrolet, it's not because they're a sponsor, it's because I believe in the product and the brand. Driven to Save is the same way. The folks at the Indiana Donor Network, we believe in that brand. We believe in what it's about. We believe in Brian Clauson's message. If you are not a donor here today, please sign up. Do it for the lives you can save, but do it for Brian Clauson's legacy. If you are not a donor, sign up today. That is one of the most important sponsorships we have because it is true, and we care about it, and it makes a difference. And with that, Brian Clauson's dad and Clauson Marshall, general manager, president, I don't know what you're called. You win races all over the country. Tim Clauson.
Thank you, Doug. So I am not near as good a speaker as Doug. There's two things I hate in life. One is being in a race with Kyle Larson, and the other is following Doug up on stage. So I put together some thoughts, and I'd like to read them to you, and I'm reached the age where I need my reading glasses. You know, I never get tired of hearing the story of how this race came to be. You know, I think about July 5th, 2016 a lot. It was a day that was honestly just a bunch of racers standing around a circle of dirt, watching racers drive race cars for nothing more than the love of driving race cars. As Doug shares the story of the race that could have been but wasn't, I think of why it was so important for Brian to want to wait to do it the right way. And all I could ever come up with is that the respect he had for IMS, midget racing, the sport, was greater than his want to hold an impromptu race in the moment. Don't get me wrong, Brian was about racing anywhere, anything, anytime. But when presented with the opportunity, the respect he had for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and the opportunity for someone to truly be the first race winner in the dirt at Indy, trumped any desire he had to actually race that day. All these years later, every time I pull up to the dirt track in Turn 3, I'm reminded of the respect that we should all have for what Brian inspired and for what Doug has built for all of us to have the opportunity to say we won at Indy. I remember walking to Victory Lane the first BC39, and it had rained, and I mean, I remember Doug and Levi just covered in mud, and Scott Petrie's here, and the work they put in to get it in, and we had cars racing that weekend, and we didn't win, but it was probably the first time that I actually walked to a Victory Lane greeting somebody who won, where I was truly as happy for them because I knew what it meant in that moment. I knew what it would have meant to Brian. So thank you to everyone with Driven to Save Lives, WeatherTech, USAC, IMS, Scott Petrie, Reese O'Connor, Doug Bowles, but especially you, the racer. To the drivers, I'm always amazed at the number of drivers who are willing to step out of their comfort zone to come compete in the dirt at Indy. If there's one thing that embodies the spirit of Brian, it is exactly that. To look at the list of drivers from every venue of motorsports is both incredible and very humbling. Thank you to each and every driver from our family for being here this week. To the owners, we all know the drivers get the glory and we all get the bills. I hope that you all know how genuinely thankful we are that you all decided in the middle of the week, in the middle of August, to come race with us. It's truly humbling, once again, to see 89 cars at this year's event. The racing community is an incredible group of people, and I hope that each and every member of the community knows how much their love has impacted our family. I can think of no better way than this race at this venue to remember Brian and the love he had for the sport. I want to thank you all on behalf of myself, my wife, Brian's mom, Diana, my daughter, Brian's sister, Taylor. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to former Indy 500 champion, an aspiring midget racer, Tony Kanaan. Thank you all very much.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for coming. Obviously, this is something new to me. I raced Brian at the 500 when he did his first one, and met him briefly. Didn't really have much of a chance to know him well, but I've always appreciated what your guys do, and you know, the Speedway means a lot to me. I think people that don't know my story, growing up in Brazil, that's the race that I used to watch with my dad every Sunday in May. And I started racing go-karts when I was 8 years old. And when I was, you know, we used to watch this race. And to me, I mean, I'm not going to lie, as a little kid, I wanted to win the Indy 500 just because, remember those days, Doug, that you take a picture with $1 million around the car? That's all I wanted it. You know, I'm not going to lie, I wanted the money. You know, as a kid, you're like, well, that's impressive. But Dad got sick when I was 10 years old, and unfortunately, he passed away when I was 13. And the last thing he made me promise him was two things: take care of my family, and one day win the Indy 500 to him. So back then, I didn't know if my dream or in his dream and my promise to him was going to, you know, if I was going to make it happen. And finally, in 2013, after 12 years of trying so hard, this place gave me everything. So I'm extremely thankful for the Speedway. I love this town. My wife's from here. We moved here 4 years ago, and we're not going anywhere until the day I'm not here. And a couple weeks ago, you know, I'm semi-retired. I'm home bored, and I get a text from Doug saying, hey, you want to run a midget car? I'm like, I cannot even say how I replied to that message because we have kids here. But I said, yes. So we got together with Tim and then Taylor and, you know, his family, obviously. And for the cause, it's I couldn't be more proud. From a driver to a driver, BC, I know he's out there probably laughing how bad I look in this car and how bad I did the first time I drove. But I got hooked. Actually, I'm not racing this week, in which I could not even imagine how badly beat I was going to be or get, because I have to go to Nashville for a commitment, for a sponsor commitment on the IndyCar side. Otherwise, I will be getting lapped by all of you guys and making my 2024. We're working well. That's what I'm saying. As soon as I got out of that car, I said, this is the fastest thing I've ever driven in my life. Taylor said, you're lying. I said, I'm not. It's about the feeling of speed, not the speed itself. So I had a blast, and I'm really glad I'm here to represent Brian, to help the cause. I'm a donor myself, and hopefully we'll put a good show. I know there is 89 cars, second biggest, you know, field that we have. So let's grow this for, I want to beat the record. So next year, are we in next year? I'm in? No, but not just demo laps. Am I racing next year? You heard it. So welcome everyone, and let's have some fun. Thank you very much.
We're going to bring Taylor up here from Driven to Save Lives. Driven to Save Lives started an ambassador program. I'm sure she'll tell you about it, but make sure you're an ambassador for Driven to Save Lives as well.
So I take a page out of my dad's book and I write down my speech. Hi everyone, my name is Taylor and I'm the marketing program specialist at Indiana Donor Network and the Driven to Save Lives program. I'm also Brian Clauson's little sister. Tonight we get to celebrate the night before my favorite race of the year. Growing up around racing, I never thought I'd be a part of a race that meant so much to so many people held at the racing capital of the world. It's such an honor to be a part of an event that honors the legacy of my big brother. In December of 2016, only a few months after we lost Brian, I started my journey with Driven to Save Lives. Since then, we have traveled across the country talking to race fans about organ donation. We've experienced the Indy 500, the Knoxville Nationals, the Chili Bowl, but nothing ever compares to the little dirt track race we have in Turn 3 at IMS. We spoke to countless fans, but the most inspiring part of this journey is the fact that we've registered over 7,000 race fans through the program, resulting in over 56,000 lives saved. As Brian would say in many interviews, it's humbling to be here, and I've often questioned my purpose in life. I know now that I was meant to be here in this moment. honoring my big brother, continuing his legacy on and off the racetrack, and most importantly, saving lives through organ and tissue donation. To the racing community, thank you for loving our family and helping us continue Brian's legacy. To those who have registered, you are all the real heroes here. To IMS, USAC, and all the partners that make this event possible, thank you for believing in our family and loving a small town kid from Noblesville, Indiana. Brian wasn't fond of the recognition this sport gave him, but he was extremely passionate about the people and the community he blessed us with. Thank you all for helping this community remember my brother, and to everyone who has decided to be like Brian on and off the racetrack. If you haven't already, consider signing up as an organ donor and talking to your friends and family about your decision. Again, thank you all for being here, and I can't wait to watch all the drivers rip around the dirt track at IMS.
So with that, I think we have one more announcement, and I think Kevin Miller disappeared from behind the stage.
There he is.
Here he comes.
That was fancy.
Oh, he was in the air condition. You sneaky devil, you.
No, I'm watching Flow, man. No, it's Chet, thank you, and Doug, Tim. Great times with all the memories of building the track and how it came about. But tonight, we have one more special announcement before we get into the BC39 draft, and that is hockey, believe it or not. The Indy Fuel, which is right up the road, is one of the great ECHL teams competing in hockey as a professional hockey league. And they're going to have a USAC night at the Fuel. So I'd like to bring up Larry here. Larry is with Indy Fuel. Come on, Nitro. And he's brought a special pet.
A special pet, okay. Doug just had a great idea. We do midgets on ice. I like it. I like it a lot. So first off, we're very proud to sponsor our car right here, courtesy of Brent and Maria, wherever you are. Go win the race for us, please. November 5th, we're going to have a USAC night, and we're all about raising money for Driven to Save Lives at the Indiana Donor Network for all the good that you guys do. And so we're going to have jersey sales, we're going to have ticket sales, all of that's going to go towards the cause. And for that, that's why we're here, that's why we support it. Obviously, the race is a big deal. Doug does a great job on the track. So we're just here to say thank you very much. Brent, come on up. I'd give it to Nitro, but he can't speak. So, here.
Well, this is pretty cool. I started Abacus Racing a little over a year ago, and I've worked and done business with Larry and the Fuel of my accounting firm for years now. And I had this crazy idea, and I pitched that idea to Doug and Kevin at a table right over there at O'Reilly's about a month and a half ago, because I'd gotten the pitch from Larry to have USAC night at the Indy Fuel and tied into the BC39 and Driven to Save Lives. And to see this come to reality is really something that is special for me. I have two loves in sport, and that's racing and hockey. So we couldn't be more thrilled for this evening, for the USAC night, and for the support that we got from Larry and the Fuel at the BC39. And to have Nitro here, that's the only reason we did it, was just to have Nitro here. So yeah.
Thank you, Brent. And Larry, we will be announcing a special jersey. That's a USAC flavored jersey for that night that will be on sale. And maybe Larry doesn't know all the plans we have for that night, but the fact is there's going to be an Indy Fuel game on that night, and our big sprint car guys will be out at Paris Oval Nationals for the Budweiser Oval Nationals, and we kind of plan to maybe do an after the game flow broadcast with Larry's support to the fans at the game to continue on the party after the big hockey win that night, and then continue on and maybe stream the flow broadcast of the USAC National Sprint Car Series in Paris. So which should be a very good night. I'll definitely be there, and make sure you get the chuck-a-puck for halftime, or for the period. Sorry, I'm a hockey guy too.
No, I say intermission.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Larry. Thanks, Brent. Thanks for all the support and bringing the fuel to USAC.
Hey, shameless plug for FloRacing. You know, if you have a FloRacing subscription, you can follow ECHL Hockey and the Indy Fuel with your subscription. So you can watch them while you're on the road. And there you go.
Chet's just going to read ads all night.
Boom. Done. We're getting set to go with the draft. I think we need Kurt Spridgen up here somewhere. He should be arriving on scene as we get set to go. Our draft about to take place. On the stage in front of us is a little clock. That little clock's going to be running. Has 30 seconds on the clock. Every driver that comes up, we're going to talk to him, have a little interview with him. No? Yeah. How's this work? They just write their name up there? You're going to help us, right? This is Kirk Spridgen. Give him a round of applause. Race director with USAC. He always keeps us straight. He's going to be filling out the chart and helping us out up here because I'll be blatantly honest. Some of the racers or some of the drivers coming in here, I told Christy this, I have no idea what they look like without a helmet and a driver's suit on. So I don't know if a crew member's coming up or a driver in some of these cases, so we're going to do the best we can with what we got. Anywho, the timer out here is going to run. They have 30 seconds to pick their spot in the heat races here tonight. You'll notice there are 10 heat races to pick from. So 10 heat races. Each heat race has the starting positions up there. The question is how you picked. It's all based on passing points. Passing points will set you up for the second day's festivities at the Driven to Save Lives BC39 presented by WeatherTech. So we are set to go. Are you ready?
Do I look ready?
Of course, always.
Okay, Kevin Studley is a scratch, an early scratch, unfortunately. We're really going to miss that. All right, I think we're ready. Is it our turn?
It's our turn.
Okay.
First one coming up, Jerry Coons Jr., Triple Crown champ. I was talking to him earlier on to find out exactly what his technique was going to be, and he was passing it off to Cale. His son was going to choose for him, so. So have you decided?
Yeah.
What's the plan?
Just kind of go, I don't know, last year Cale picked and got us in a good spot, and since we're first, we're pretty much just going to take the same spot as we did last year, I guess.
There you go. Well, good luck. Jerry Coons Jr. coming up. First one in the draw.
Bold choice.
Yeah, opts to start fifth in heat race number 1.
That was fast math.
That was-
Don't count on me for numbers, people.
Oh, I didn't start the timer. I don't even know how to start the timer. Timer start.
Yeah, I don't want it. Well, he didn't take all of his time.
No.
His time never technically started. But we're going to bring up our second in the draft, Kanaan McIntosh, who looks like he has a new sponsor on his T-shirt. Okay, or not.
How do you do it? Just
That's a tough no from Kanaan McIntosh. Red shoes, purple shirt. It's an interesting choice.
Yeah, it's a little different. Yeah, I think we got a good idea where we're going here. So, no, looking forward to this event. It's cool to see all these people here, and you know, thankful just to be a part of it and see just something so cool come together.
All right, let's see it happen. Kanaan McIntosh going to eyeball heat race 4. He's confident that he's going to pass cars, I'll tell you that, because he's picking the very last position in heat race number 4. Going to let the track come around to him a little bit. Said and done. Kanaan McIntosh.
That's a bold move right there. Next up, Emerson Axum. I saw him out tooling around, Driven to Save Lives. Racer coming up. Now, no pressure, but I noticed that Kanaan McIntosh went to the tail of heat race number 4 because he feels like he can pass cars. Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, I don't have many midget races this year, so hopefully I'm not terrible, but I don't know. I give myself a chance to pass cars at least.
There you go, giving himself a chance to pass cars, Driven to Save Lives. Sponsor on him, and again, the Driven to Save Lives Ambassador Program. Make sure you check that out. Even if you're an organ donor, be an ambassador. As he opts to go to the outside of row number 4, starting 8th in heat race number 5.
So Oliver Akerd next in the draft order, who's on the phone with Spridge, which means I don't have to do an interview.
You can.
That's not feasible. I'll
Where'd you
say
get
hi,
that
though.
shirt, Spridge?
I'll say hello.
I don't know.
That's nice. Did your mom get it for you?
She didn't.
Oh.
My mom doesn't hit me much anymore.
I was just checking.
Banana
There he
bread.
is.
How's it going? You guys can't hear him, but I can, so.
Do you want to look at the boards? You're pretty early.
Hopefully this goes a little faster because I am getting a heck of a sunburn on my head.
Where's your big hat?
I should have had my big hat on.
Okay, I got you.
I love the secrecy that we have here. Back to the crowd, you just don't know what's happening.
Well, I was trying to be able to hear.
Okay.
He wants, start fifth in the fifth heat.
Fifth and fifth heat, 2 5s, double fives.
Oh, he went for the old double five thing. Hayden Reinbold. Is Hayden Reinbold here with us? Surely he is. Here he comes. Amy Electrical. Sorry, I'm feeding back. I'm a little loud. I'll ask you this question. You've picked up the pace tremendously this year. What's you just kind of settled in behind the wheel there. You feeling pretty good?
Yeah, I feel like we made a lot of progress this year. Just keep digging. Connor's getting me right. I can't thank everyone enough that puts the work into this car to make me faster.
There you go, Hayden Reinbold. Throwing that cap around. You're having a rough time with the cap there. It's glad I didn't let you hold the microphone. He opts to go inside of row number 2, heat race number 1.
That should have gotten way more laughs than it did. You
It's
guys got to pick it up a little
Sorry,
bit.
that's all I got. We got nothing else.
Cade Lewis is next in order. I see him. He's on his way. He's got to sneak behind some people here. Coming through. Cade Lewis going to be your 6th driver to draw for this BC39. And I would say that he might get thrown off never having been to the dirt track at IMS. But then again, this guy's been to a bunch of racetracks this year that he's never been to before. So not really different.
No, it's not. I'm just real nervous, to be out here. I've never been in a crowd big as this. It's gonna be cool, but I got a good group of guys behind me, and I just got to put it all together.
Well, he's going to hate the grandstands tomorrow. Cade Lewis going for, oh no. You guys, it's sweaty out here, something. Okay, 4th in heat race number 4 for Cade Lewis. Going to pass a few cars, but play it on the safe side as well. I like it. That's probably what I would do.
There you go.
Anxiety and all.
Next up on the draft is going to be Chris Bowie. Bowie coming out of Indianapolis, Indiana. He had the long haul to get here. So you just took a deep breath whenever you walked up onto the stage. What was that about?
Oh, man, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Just throwing stuff at the wall here, whatever.
Well, there you go. Let's see what you have. Now you got to make a decision. The timer's running. Inside row number 2, heat race number 2 for Chris Bowie.
All right, let's get Kyle Jones up here, can we? Or somebody from his team.
That's the best mustache in
I know.
motorsports.
I want to know what kind of product he uses to keep the handlebars so firm.
We're not going to get Kyle.
We're not getting Kyle, but we're getting
Well,
somebody
biscuits.
else. This is the part where I don't know this guy's name. How's it going? What's your name?
Janky Bobby.
I do know you, kind of, a little bit. I know of you, mostly.
Ask him what kind of product Kyle uses in his mustache.
Do you know?
Is he a Dapper Dan man?
He's whatever will give him free product.
So he's an influencer.
He is.
All right, that makes sense. Okay. Where's
Raise
our
your hand if you ever
influencer
seen
going?
Kyle's mustache. Oh, you're in for a treat if you haven't.
So for Kyle Jones, we're going 6th in heat race number 3. It's a pretty good pick, I think. I don't really know. I don't really know anything.
Wait. We have a late audible.
Uh-oh. All right, just kidding. 4th in heat race number 3. Thank you very much.
Changing it up. That'll take us to the Clovis, California racer, Jade Avedissian. Let's straighten it out for once and for all. It's Avedissian, not Avedissian, right?
Yep, Avedissian.
There you go. We got that ironed out. Thank you so much. Let's see where she picks. She's very quick. Boom. Heat race number 2 going outside row number 1. That was a huge argument we had how that was pronounced there for a while. And
It was really simple. I just had to ask her at Turkey Night last year, and all she did was tell me, and that was that.
there you go.
All right, CJ Leary, your next driver to draw in this BC39 heat race draft. I'm going to tell you something. I had an hour and a half to drive here today from home, and the whole way here I was thinking of ways to be funny and ways that I can roast drivers as they come up, but I'm going to spare you. I'm just not going to do it. It's okay.
Yeah, thanks. Scott Petrie and I put a car together for this deal, and hopefully we have some fun. That's what it's all about, and a little bit of no pressure after coming off Indiana Sprint Week. So hopefully we can pass some cars tomorrow, and like I said, have some fun.
I was kind of thinking there is pressure, but I guess there's no pressure. So We're going for 8th in heat race number 6. Probably wanting the track to slick off a little bit, I imagine there. Again, pretty confident that he's going to be able to pass some cars. Just got that thing built, tested, ready to rock, Chet.
There you go. And we set the turn on his weekend by having our lift for the camera guy break down at his pit spot. So we had that going for us, too. Jordan Kinzer is next up, Bedford, Indiana racer. This is not Jordan Kinzer. This is Jordan Kinzer affiliate. Did he
Kevin
give you
Briscoe.
instructions, or are you just winging it?
He just said pick 6th in any heat 4 or 3 through 7.
We'll put him down here in 7 then. Nobody's picked that one yet. He's looking at 3. Oh, there you go. I talked him into it, so that's going to be my fault. So Jordan Kinzer going to take outside row number 3, heat race number 7.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Sorry, Jordan.
All right, so we're going to phone in Steve Buckwalter, who's possibly on his way from Pennsylvania.
The Royersford Rocket.
Yeah.
He had some truck issues.
He had truck issues. That's a tough start.
Well, there he is.
That's a tough start, Steve. I'm sorry to hear that you had truck issues.
Oh, we're FaceTiming with him. That's not safe when you're driving.
He's got to take a look at the boards. What are we going to do?
So what do you think you want? Like this is the 60. So far it's just Leary. Leary's has 8th in the 60. You want 5th?
Timer is running. Tick, 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 tick.
Tick.
6th in the 5th or 5th?
Talk. Slowly.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, we got
He
it.
hung up on him. All right.
I'm gonna go outside row 3 in the 5th.
All right. 6th in heat race number 5. Emerson Axum going to have to pass Steve Buckwalter, so better start thinking about that now.
That'll bring up the Macho Man, Brady Bacon. Is Brady here? There, Brady. Moving things right along. You weren't ready for that, were you?
No, I wasn't.
So what is your, the same question we're asking everybody else, what's your technique? You get in the back and pass a lot of cars?
Yeah, but I want to start on the inside. It's kind of my specialty, so that's crucial in my decision making.
There he goes. So he's looking for an inside row, kind of towards the back. There's nobody down here in 8, 9, and 10. Nope, he goes heat race number 6, inside row number 4. Boy, that's a nice signature, too. Wow. Thank you very much.
All right. We're going to get Austin Barnhill up here, if he's here. He's not, so it appears that Kanaan McIntosh is going to draw, sign, Sharpie, whatever, for Austin Barnhill, but assuming that, yeah, he's your teammate, but, like, you're going to have to race him, too, so what's the plan here?
I think we're going to try and get him up front and, you know, hope for a good jump and just run away with it, so.
Did you hear that, Spridge? A jump. Keep your eyes open.
Heat wind gets him in the pursuit. So extra lap.
Oh, yeah, we got the Stoops Pursuit coming up. Heat race win puts you in the Stoops Pursuit. Something to
true.
think about.
That's true. All right, Austin Barnhill going to start 2nd in heat race number 1. He wasn't here to pick that, so we'll see how that shakes out.
Brings up the Lubbock, Texas racer, Brenham Crouch. Coming up for his draft. Randomly assigned numbers. We are on the 15th driver. And Brenham wasted no time. He just wants to get that name on the board. He's going inside row number 2, heat race number 3. How long have you been staring at that square?
I actually changed my mind like 30 seconds ago.
Really? That's very decisive on your part. Well, good luck. I hope it works out for you.
Thank you.
There you go. The very talkative Brenham Crouch.
Sheldon Creed. Is Sheldon Creed in the house? Somebody out there is very responsive when we ask that question. I really appreciate it. Sheldon Creed going to make his way up here.
He's going to bypass the steps.
Yeah, he's confident. He's confident. He's got a beer in his hand, so yeah, autograph with car number. What's in the cup?
That's a little Coors Light right there. Yeah.
Not bad, not bad. Somebody go get me one. All right, where are you going?
I'm thinking 5th.
All right, 5th in heat 3 for Sheldon Creed. The front rows aren't very popular just yet.
Yeah, nobody, no, well, a couple people wanted the front row. I think we have a driver that's not going to take the front row if he's here. Donnie Schatz. Where's Donnie Schatz? Not Donnie.
That's not Donnie Schatz.
Not Donnie. Did Donnie give you directions?
Not really. He said just don't pick last.
Don't pick, why not last?
I think we're just going to go for the finishing points and not so much on the passing points.
There you go. Not a lot of midget experience.
That's exactly right.
There you go. So Donnie Schatz getting signed up here. Anywhere but last. Inside row number 2, heat race number 4. Going to start third for Donnie Schatz.
Travis Buckley. Over here from Auckland, New Zealand. Travis dressed almost as nice as us. Nicer than us, maybe even.
Nicer than me, I can
nicer
tell you
than
that.
everybody else out there.
Got my shirt at
That's a good
Walmart.
save. That can't be good juju's right there. All right. Travis, I've been brainstorming questions, like I said, and I was going to ask people how long their drive was. So how far was your trip?
Yeah, came out from California, and just wanted to say a shout out to all the New Zealand lads that made it out. Hopefully I can do you guys proud tomorrow. So, yeah, here we are, 3 days.
All right, shout out to the New Zealand mates. Let's go for it. He's going pole of heat 1. So we got that out of the way. Pole of heat 1
Touch
for
the
Travis
track,
Buckley.
man. Get out there and get her over with. That's the way I look at it. Next up on the draft, Jacob Denny. Here he comes. Mount Stout Motorsports, and you've been having some pretty good runs this year.
Yeah, we've been pretty solid all year round, and hopefully I pick a good spot and not put myself in a hole like I did last year. And
Where'd you pick last year?
I think 6th in Heat 6, so I'm not going there.
Okay, where are we going then? Not 6th in Heat 6. That didn't work out well last year. You go 6th in Heat 7. Oh, no, that's already taken. Going to the tail of heat race number 2. Going to roll off 9th on the field for Jacob Denny.
Braden Sharamonte, who we got to meet out at Mid-America Midget Week, which, speaking of Mid-America Midget Week, Cody Brewer's here. I saw him somewhere. There he is. Hi, Cody. Good to see you. Braden, was the whole trip out in the Midwest there sort of a warm-up for this?
Yeah, it was our practice run with Jerome and Tom and the Trent Shoring team, and excited for this week and ready to see what we can do.
All right, let's see what we can do here. Gonna pick a spot. Yeah, I gotta fit his name in the square. That's challenge number 1. Who thinks that they can spell Sharamonte unless you're him from your brain? I didn't think so. All right, Braden going 5th in heat race number 4. Pretty safe spot, I'd say.
Holy smokes, look how straight that is. That's impressive. Make a good school teacher.
He would know.
So that will take us into Tehachapi, California's Shannon McQueen. Shannon, you don't adventure out this. You were the first one out here. You were the first one in line this morning. You're ready and raring to go.
I don't know. I just don't want to be late, I guess.
Well, there you go. Well, let's see where you're going to pick. So you going to the tail or are you going to the front?
I think we're going to go somewhere in the middle.
There you go. Shannon McQueen. Nobody's picking these heat races down here. You know, they're all available. Well, we're going to skip that. Okay. Can't talk her into that one. Boom. Inside row 2, heat race number 6.
Grayson Springer gonna make his way up here to draw. Draft, right? Penmanship?
Draft, it's
I
a
don't
draft.
know.
Yeah, it's a
Words are
draft.
hard. All right, Grayson, where are we going?
Yeah, it's first time in a midget. Got a great opportunity with the Gray family, so I'm thinking more towards the back, try and learn as much as I possibly can.
That's a bold strategy. I don't hate it. Yeah, so Grayson definitely going to pick toward the back here. He's going 8th in heat race number 4. Going to join Kane Lewis, Donnie Schatz, Braden Sharamonte, and Kanaan McIntosh, who starts late in that one.
Next up, coming on the draft, and I got to point this out. You'll notice there's a lot of big cameras around here. That's from FloRacing. That's Flow Films. They're doing a documentary series called Dirt, and they're out here for this next guy tonight. Thomas Meserol, next up on the draft. Here he comes.
I thought he was just going to jump right up here. I
Dude,
wouldn't put that past
pictured a
him.
back handspring. Where's the one wheel? You're not riding a one wheel. I left it in the truck. So Teamez TV, that's going well.
Yes, it is. Thanks to everybody that watches it on YouTube.
There you go. That's all you get. That's Teamez. Ta-da! Isn't he hilarious? Okay, go ahead. Where are you going? Yeah, there's a crack right there. You don't want to.
All right, I couldn't see from back there, and I noticed everybody's taking their time. Yeah, that shot clock's just. But I'm just gonna.
There you go. Going to start 8th, heat race number 8. Awesome. There you go, Timez.
So Anton Hernandez, I believe, is next in line. Anton been out there doing lots of different things. You're like riding around in the truck often. You drive some sprint cars, drive some midgets, drive some mic. What are you doing?
I'm a free bird. You know.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but all right. Let's go
Freebird.
for it. Like the song?
Is that a Leonard Skinner song?
That's a Leonard Skinner song. Sure is. All right. Got his wheels turning. You can just see it on his face. Oh boy. Okay. Looks like we're going 7th in heat 7. Did I? Yeah, you did that wrong. I said 7th and you wrote 7th. You got to write your car number, not the position that you're starting in. I've done that more times than I care to admit.
It's okay.
As well,
He listens well.
Yes. Take notes.
37X.
37X starting 7th in heat 7, so don't get confused. Oh boy, okay, you're up next.
Is that who's next? Kyle Cummins?
You want to say hi? It's
There's
not the
Kyle.
first time, it's just
Hi, Kyle.
Hi, guys.
There you go. What's the game plan? Let's not talk midgets. Let's talk sprints. Holy crap! You had a really good sprint car run.
Yeah, not too bad.
There you go. All right, he's talkative as well.
I don't know how to pronounce it. All right, we got that one done.
Whoop, I missed that. Where'd he go? Oh, he went inside row number 3, heat race number 7.
All right, Jimmy Quinn up next. Also out of New Zealand. I'm getting all the fun New Zealand accents. Haha. Oh yeah, he's here. Yeah, I would like for you to take that. All right, Jimmy. Starting to fill up out here. What's the plan?
Hopefully there's a cushion and just hammer down.
Use the cushion and hammer down. That's like 2 of my life mottos. All right, see what we get here.
Got his bib overalls on. Is that I got to ask, is that New Zealand fashion, or did you pick it up over here in the U.S.?
I've been around too many late model drivers.
All right, he's picking a lone dog heat so far. Heat 9. Nobody in heat 9 and 10 yet. So if you're out there, write that down. Looks like 6th. No, numbers. Numbers are hard. 5th in heat 9 for Jimmy Quinn.
So I'll bring up our next one out of Mooresville, North Carolina, Nick Drake. We don't get a lot of drivers from North Carolina. You looking forward to this?
I am. It's a long drive.
It is a long drive. So what's the game plan out here? You don't race a lot of midgets these days, do you?
No, I don't race much of anything. Been running some micros at Millbridge and come up here when we get a chance, leave work, drink some cold beer, and run a midget once or twice a year.
Well, there you go. Let's see what you got for a game plan. Oh, he's going to go outside row number 3. Jimmy just came up and signed up inside row number 3, heat race number 9. Nick Drake's calling him out. Goes directly to the outside, same heat race. I feel like that was a challenge.
All right, we're going to bring up Kyle Larson. And it's not Kyle Larson in any way, shape, or form. But we're going to, way better hair, though. But we're going to go for it. Kyle Larson, the winner of last year's BC39. Are we doing some fine-tuning there in the CB Industries shop to kind of get things to where he might not have to race so hard for it?
No, we're going to start in the back.
Okay, so forget everything I said. I'm going to start in the back for Kyle Larson. Yes, absolutely. Last of heat race number 3. So definitely going to bank on passing a bunch of cars. And that's done. They were ready for that.
There you go. Jaden Rogers coming up next. You're not Jaden Rogers. This is, I got to introduce this so those of you who are familiar Sunshine's out there tooling around. This is his older brother. This is Moonshine.
Yes, unfortunately we are related, but we're doing all right. And we're going to try and get Jaden to the front here so we can try and get some more laps. We don't get to race these things very often.
Well, there you go. So the game plan is start up front. For the record, Moonshine, I don't know if it has anything to do with moonlight and sunlight or what the deal is, but he helped break into the trailer out here where you got your credentials today. I'm not saying he has those skills. I'm just saying he helped get the electric turned on and everything else. So
Taylor Reimer's next, and she's currently scheming with Bo. And Bo is last year who I found out his name once he walked up to me, and I was like, this guy. So Bo, I've never forgotten it since. But Taylor Reimer, she looks confused. Are you ready? Can you just come up here? Is this stressful?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know where to go.
All right, well, maybe we can figure this out together. You just pick a space and write your name.
simple. Do you want to pass cars? Say yes.
All right, so Bo is chiming in from the peanut gallery. All right, what's Bo telling you? I have to know.
No, he's not telling me anything.
Okay, so he's being completely unhelpful. Taylor Reimer going 5th in heat race number 2. Took us a long time to get there, Bo. I'm blaming you. He's not trying. Don't believe him.
He's got some interesting shoes on. I hope they were on sale. Oh, did I say that over the mic? I didn't mean to say that out loud. Here we go. Ryan Newman's next. Ryan Newman. Not Ryan Newman.
Well, this is rigged.
I always like whenever a representative comes up, do you have instructions from Ryan Newman?
No, Ryan's a stock car guy. I wanted the pole of heat 1 because then I could convince him that we were really fast. We're sitting on the front row. I think I can tell him that's a hot lap session, so we might just go heat 2 here.
There you go.
That is where we're going to go.
That's the game plan. So Ryan Newman going pole of heat race number, well, mate, spoke too soon.
Yeah,
Yep. Pole of heat rate, no. Scratch that.
We're going to go heat. I like running with T-Mez.
Oh, wants to run with T-Mez. Pole of heat race number 3 for Ryan Newman. That's on there in permanent marker now.
We have evidence that he said that out
We
loud.
do, yep.
All right, we're going for Zach Bowden next. And Adam Taylor, who is also racing, going to draw for him. Man, the stakes are high when you got to pick for somebody else before yourself.
Yeah, it is. He had work, couldn't make it down here, so he asked me if I'd do it for him.
Some people work.
Yeah.
Some people work. All right, here we go. All right, looks like 6th in heat race number 4 for Zach Bowden. And Adam Taylor making that decision for him. Executive decision, signed, sealed, delivered.
Boom, done deal. And I think we're on the phone with J.J. Ailey, another Triple Crown champ out here with us, getting the lowdown. Team manager Kyle Cummins is on the phone, picking for J.J. Ailey. Tell him heat 10's wide open. No one has picked heat 10.
I can go wherever I want. I have no real purpose.
Inside row 4 for heat race number 9 for J.J. Ailey.
Kaylee Bryson next up to draw. I don't know if she's here. Bo's back. This was the debacle we had. Have you figured it out since you were up here, you went back, and now you're back? Did you guys figure something out for Kaylee?
I think so. Hopefully you guys can tell me and her apart because of our hair. But
Yeah, that's the biggest difference for sure.
we'll go with that. I think I got a game plan here.
All right. Well, he's not telling us what it is, but we're literally about to find out. So I love how they're always so secretive about like what they're doing, what they're thinking, but we're going to figure it out like right now. So Kaylee Bryson's going 4th in heat race number 6. It appears. And that's that.
There
Thank
you go.
Bo. I know your name this year. It's really nice to see you.
They'll bring up our next one out of Racing City, California, Mitchell Moles. Next for the draft. Mitchell already down here. You've been making a lot of headlines recently.
Yeah, we're not qualifying this week, so that's definitely going to hurt me a little bit, I think. I don't know. We're going to see. Chad didn't really help me out here by any means, so hopefully I can just pick a good spot and get rolling.
There you go. Let's see what happens. Another one of the micro standouts. Micro racers like to pass cars. Go to back of like heat race number 10. I'm trying to sell this spot right here. Hook you up with it. It's free. Just write your name right there. Right there. Don't listen to him. I watch more races than he does. He's back in the pits working on race cars. Aw. That'll be all right then. Mitchell Moles going inside row number 5, starts 9th in heat race number 6.
Rylan Gray, you're next up to draw. I'm so lucky I got to interview both of the Gray Racing drivers this week. But Rylan got some midget experience, unlike his teammate. Rylan, what do you know about the racetrack inside turn 3 at IMS that you're gonna have to put together?
Yeah, I ran here last year, and you know, I started in the back. I actually started behind Larson and just got my first ever laps in a midget, and it's been a really fun ride running all these races with the USAC and Extreme Outlaw deal. And I'm excited to come back here and hopefully do some good and do some better.
What a way to kick off your first ever time in a midget, to do it here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So Rylan gonna pick his spot here. 4th in heat race number 1. I feel like he's been planning that because that happened really fast.
That was a really
Thank
fast
you.
signature too. Melted the end of the Sharpie there. My goodness. Well, next one up is going to be Carter Sarf. Sarf also on FaceTime. We ready? Did you say last row heat race number 10? Is that what he said? I could have swore he said last row heat race number 10. Clock's ticking.
We should have put a little microphone on Spridge so we can hear these conversations.
15 seconds.
You just stressed him out.
You want me to be honest with you? Thing hasn't been working since we started.
This is all fake news.
It worked when we put it up here. I pushed all the buttons. There ain't nothing happening there, so that went right out the window. Seemed like a good idea at the time.
This one's drawn out. I'll say it. Carter Sarf.
If he'd have been here,
If you were
went a little
here, you
quicker.
would know.
How about the Indy Fuel? Pretty stoked about that.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. I don't know what else to say.
But I don't know. I was just in Indy Fuel, and I don't know. I think Nitro took off.
I think so.
It's probably about 1,000 degrees out here for him.
Nitro made me laugh.
Well, his name's
I'll say
Nitro,
that.
though. He should be ready for it.
Yeah. All right.
There we go. I missed where he went. He will go 8th in heat race number 7. So outside row number 4, heat race number 7 for Carter Sarf.
Ryan Thomas is up next. And Ryan, I'm keeping the microphone this time. You're not taking it from me. I'm hanging on to it. You what?
Do you have any idea who that is?
Yeah. That was Rylan Gray.
Yeah, Rylan Gray. All right, Ryan Thomas, not meaning to steal his spotlight. Ryan just picked up a quick time at Lincoln Park Speedway a few weeks ago, but IMS just a little bit different.
Yeah, a lot different. My midget debut at the Chili Bowl didn't go so well. Spun out a couple times. Held up my boy Justin Grant, which was my sprint week pick, actually. And, you know, hopefully we can start up front of this deal and put her on the top side like AJ Hopkins and put her in the Feach.
AJ Hopkins is his role model. That's what I understood from that interview.
Did
Ryan
he just
Thomas,
call it the Feach?
Maybe.
Put it in the Feach?
3
Did he
heats in
say
the Feach.
Feach?
All right, here we go. Oh, Chet, you got one in Heat 10. That's
There you
not
go.
the spot. So Ryan Thomas is going to start on the pole of heat race number 10. Wants that late race track. Get a good jump. Get a
Gonna
good
try to
start.
put it in the
Not
Feach.
jump. Oops. In the Feach. That's
Beach?
right.
Beach. I said beach. Next up, out of Plainfield, Indiana, the wily veteran, Bill Rose. Is Bill out here with us? Plainfield's like, that's where I'm staying. It's like 10 minutes from here. Bill Rose? Going once? Going, no, I'm just kidding. He's calling him. Now we have to
Okay.
stall.
So we're calling Bill Rose then. All right.
This was one who checked in. Checked in Hello. We're up to Bill's spot here. Where are you doing? Okay.
Early heat race inside row 2.
I don't have an inside row 2 until heat 5. I have an inside row 2 heat 5. I have outside row 2 of heat 2.
He's looking for row 2. He's fixated on row 2.
I love the play-by-play updates.
We got the pole of heat 2 and the front row of heat 3.
Thinking about maybe a front row now. We've changed our mind since he wanted inside row 2.
You say pole of heat 2?
Which oddly enough was where Donnie Schatz went. Donnie Schatz, a lot of experience. Bill Rose, a lot of experience. Could be something there.
Both not here.
Yeah. Clock's ticking. Oh, I turned that around, didn't I?
Can't say that anymore.
Later heat availability.
Something just happened
what
over
happened?
there. Something happened.
Who dropped
What
their
happened?
ice cream?
Nobody's going to tell me?
Brandon's
Somebody dropped
here.
a beer. Party foul.
Heat 5 inside row 2 for Bill Rose. Bill Rose going to start third in heat race number 5.
Jim Jones.
I'm sorry. I'm glad my head's in the
It's okay.
shade now.
Yeah. Jim Jones. Going to make a draw here.
Holy smokes.
He's going to keep your head shaded, even if it's already shaded. Somebody's got to do it, right?
Right.
All right.
I can relate almost.
Not quite. Not quite.
The 5 head going. So.
Well,
5 head.
we all have flaws. It's okay. All right, let's get going over here.
I got a hotter girlfriend than CJ.
You what?
I got a hotter girlfriend than CJ.
Man, it's not hard to do that. All right. Let's get you in a spot here.
All right.
What's
Jim
our
holds the
plan?
designation of being the highest number registered. The 97
I got to
J.
cut out 3 J's tonight. Let's see. I want a 5th. Let's go 6. Heat 6.
All right, 6th and heat 6. That's what we're doing. Perfect. I like a good middle ground in a heat race pick. I think that makes sense. If I were picking, that's what I would do, but I don't know anything. All right, Jim, thank you very much.
Next up, out of Roseville, California, Colby Copeland. Long trip from California, get out here. You well rested? You ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, no, it should be fun. We've got to relax today, so should be a good time.
Are you taking on adult beverages?
Not yet. No, not yet. Maybe after this, get this done and get back to the motorhome and start drinking a little.
There you go. That's the game plan. Also, very decisive move to the board. We like that. Outside row number 2, heat race number 7. It's been eyeballing that for a while. So starting 4th, heat race number 7.
The dang cap again. That dang cap again. AJ Hopkins going to be next up to pick his spot in his heat race. Bringing the kiddos with him. Team managers. Did you hear Ryan Thomas say that you're his role model?
I didn't hear anything about him, but yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Said he wants to hit the cushion like you would.
Not me these days isn't cushion's not my friend, so we'll see how this deal goes. So.
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself. All right. We're going here. All right, we're looking at 4th in heat 5. It's outside 2nd row and heat race number 5 for AJ Hopkins.
I'll bring out the Bloomsburg, PA racer, John Haydenreich.
Here comes John.
So John Heidenreich coming out of Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. I got to ask, how's the track doing up there?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm a Pennsylvania posse boy from way back when. I'm really just here because I heard they were going to give an ARP handicap on this deal. But I got a chance to run against so many different generations of drivers. It's unbelievable. I remember back in my day, I'd go to the auto parts store and get a Gabriel shock or Monroe shock, cut the dust cover off and put it on the car. Now, hell, they got shocks that have controls on them. You can change the damn things and stuff. So it's a whole new ball game. The kids, you know, I like to relate to things. Back in our day, it was kind of like a ballet deal. You controlled wheel spin. The cars were always a little bit loose, and you could run wheel to wheel. Nowadays, it's like a foosball game. I mean, it's like guys, they drive in there wide open. If it sticks, it sticks. They bounce off something, they bounce off. They hammer down and keep on going, you know. So I'm not sure these old bones will keep up with that stuff, but I've done this thing for 61 years. I had a steering wheel in my hand at 4.5 years old in go-karts and quarter midgets. So I'm here to have fun. My fun Indiana story, I was working at Bobby's shop about 14 years ago, and Foyt stopped by. And when I was a kid in the 60s listening to the Speedway, TV's ruined, I shouldn't say it. TV's a different style, just like drivers nowadays. But back then, the announcer was like, and he's looking, coming up at 2, he's going to take a shot, and you don't know if he's 100 feet away or 20 feet. You're on your feet like, whoa, 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 whoa. When the guy picks up in the 4th turn, who's leading? Did Foyt get him or Unser? Who's leading the thing, you know? So anyway, I always hear George Snyder. You know, George Snyder, I said, AJ, you never give Snyder any laps. He's the most consistent qualifier for the Indy 500, and you don't let him practice. He says, hi, Greg, the more laps I gave him, the slower he went. He says, I just kept him hungry.
There you go. Well, you're ready and raring to go. My goodness gracious.
I love a John Heinrich interview.
All right, where are we going to go? With your car number. All right, who doesn't want me in the race?
The question was, who doesn't want him in your race? Raise your hand if you do not want to race.
Well, his 30 seconds was up a long time ago.
Outside. Holy, well, no. I thought you knew how to work a marker. Outside, we invented those not too long ago. Outside, row number 4, heat race number 9. There you go. Thank you, John.
That was the best.
Wow. I got to have a sip of water.
All right, Isaac Chappell is next in our order, but Chuck Castor, a representative from Isaac Chappell's team, going to do the drawing for him. Isaac doesn't have a ton of midget experience, so what's the game plan?
He's been texting me, telling me what to do, so it's up to him now.
So you're saying he's watching on Flow? He's watching on Flow. So Isaac Chappell going to go 5th in heat race number 8. Not a whole lot of ones in that one yet, except for Timez. Thomas Meserol's in that one. Thank you very much.
Now takes into Evansville, Indiana racer Jeff Schindler. Jeff Schindler coming up next. Is Jeff here? You're here for Jeff? Oh, okay. Dad representing. What's the game? Oh, never mind. We're going right there. Outside row number 2, heat race number 2. Yeah, that'll work. You're welcome.
Peter Paulson is next. So Peter going to pick a good spot here. Those middle spots filling up. Is that kind of what you would have wanted? But you've got some late in heat races here.
How about inside heat 8?
All right, inside heat 8. You heard the man. And by inside, we mean 7th. Right there next to Thomas Meserol, who I feel like I just keep talking about.
There you go.
I don't know why I keep talking about T-Mess. Thank you. Peter Paulson.
Take us into Columbus, Ohio racer Alex Watson. Somebody just cheer for Alex back here. Got a cheering club. You brought the fan club.
Yeah, that's right. No, this is the first time we've been out here. We're super excited. It's not the first time we've been fighting above our weight class, and the whole game plan is to see how many Toyotas we can pass, because they're only worth 100 times more than our engine. So if I pass at least one, somebody owes me a beer.
There you go. So he's out here racing for beer. Going to start on the outside, row number 3, heat race number 6. So 6th in heat race number 6 for Alex Watson. Look out!
Good catch. Great catch, in fact. Clinton Boyle's coming next. Oh, our leg is broken. Oh, geez. Okay. Clinton Boyle's going to pick next. He can't pick on the first board, though, because we're working on that. Is that kind of what? Oh, no.
I don't know.
Don't pick that one. I'm telling you, it's bad vibes. You want that one?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looks all right. I'm not sure. What would you pick?
He doesn't judge a book by its cover. I like that about him. I would pick last in heat 10.
I don't know. There's a lot of good guys to pick behind me that could go right there, so I'm not sure. I think we just throw a dart at a dartboard and see what sticks here.
All right. Well, then let's do that. Throw the marker and see which one it lands on. I would. This is a tough decision.
Something and forgot which one it was.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I like Emerson, so I just want to be next to him.
All right, we're going to go next to Emerson because we like Emerson. So we're going 7th in heat race number 5 for Clinton Boyles.
We're already more than halfway, just for the record. Out of Harbor Springs, Michigan, Ben Varner. So Ben Varner next up on the draft. Varner of a Ben variety. Anybody? Ben Varner?
Bum, bum, bum.
He might have to get, he might get the last spot, unfortunately. No communication from him.
All right, Justin Dickerson is up next. We've got somebody for that. Justin Dickerson going to be up here to pick his spot. Man, you get one more spot to choose from because the guy in front of you is a no-show.
Oh, wow. All right, that's cool.
All right, that's cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I've been here the last couple years and just try my best. Honestly, with COVID and all that, racing hasn't been happening a lot for me, so I'm happy to be here and racing, so why not?
We're all happy to be here. It's like Disneyland for race cars. But first we have to pick a spot. That's the tough part. But not for Justin Dickerson. He's going to go 6th in heat race number 8. He's got a pretty open space in front of him right now, but I promise you it's going to fill up.
It is indeed. It has to sooner or later. Here we go. Jace Park out of Overland Park, Kansas. We're on Jace Park, Overland Park, Kansas. Racer number 51. Of course he's here. Ready and raring to go. Do you have a plan coming up here?
I think I'm going to start 2nd in this 4th heat.
There you go. 2nd in heat race number 4. Jace is signed in.
The plan was to pick a spot.
It was. He came up very decisively.
That was the whole plan. Looks like Little Bundy's on his way up here to choose for Zach Dahm, who's next in line. So Ethan Mitchell going to pick a spot for Zach Dahm, and surely we're picking a spot on an inside row, right?
Definitely inside row. You know Zach Dahm, he likes the bottom, so definitely go in there.
That's like the only thing I know about Zach Dahm is that he likes the bottom. All right.
He'd look really good on the bottom of this heat race number 10 right there.
We're adamant about that. Uh-oh. No. Oh. He's going to do it. It's not.
Oh.
Oh, that was a trick.
Wow,
He
set me up
tricked
for
us.
that.
What? Yeah. All right. 7th in heat race number 10 for Zach Dahm, which is not who that is. That is not Zach Dahm. Don't get confused.
Riley Kreisel up next, Warsaw, Missouri racer. The 19K. Well, you rolled up, you gave a little twitch to your head when you came up like, I don't know about this.
We're just going to pick a spot and try not to suck, I guess.
There you go, try not to suck. That's what I would say 99% of the drivers out here are going to try not to do. Inside, row number 3, heat race number 10, starting to fill up. That last coveted spot, still available, though.
Dylan Welch. We have to FaceTime Dylan. We're going to FaceTime Dylan.
Like it's the old days.
What happened in the old days that I don't know about?
Oh, you never?
I've never FaceTimed Dylan Welch, ever, in my life.
I have a lot.
Never.
Oh, shit. What am I doing?
Uh-oh.
Mess around with that FaceTime, you end up on his podcast.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. When you're on somebody's podcast, it's either because you did something really good or really dumb. Usually. Hi, Dylan.
Hello, Dill.
He looks like he's in the middle of something.
He's been spreadsheeting this.
Are you,
hardcore.
he's got it all like mapped out. You're really keeping up. Are you watching on FloRacing.com?
Hell yeah, it's right there. I see Spridge calling me right now. It's delayed.
That is trippy. Okay, let's pick you a spot.
Do you have any questions on any of these?
6th in heat 1. That's the rumor. I'm not saying that's what they're going to do. But
Well, that's impossible. He's not keeping up very well because that one's filled in.
6th in Heat 1?
Oh, no, it's not. Sorry.
Numbers are hard, right?
I was looking down there.
It's all the lines.
Whoops.
The lines make it confusing.
It's been up here for a while.
6th in Heat Race number 1 for Dylan Welch.
Blood sugar's dropping. Hey, speaking of which, if you're a USAC team or crew member after this is over, they have pizza over in the USAC down. Go through the garage door. There's pizza in there for you. If you're a USAC driver or crew member out here, pizza.
Or me.
Pizza, or you.
Okay, great.
I lost my place. Timmy Buckwalter. We're going to have to call Timmy, I would imagine.
Do you think
Or
him
is
and
Timmy
Steve
here?
are traveling together?
Oh, Timmy is here? So Timmy Buckwalter up next on the draft. Seymour Racing, or Seymour's here. Pick for Timmy. I talked to Timmy earlier today. He said he wanted to start back here 9th in heat race number 10. No, he didn't say that. Don't put that down. I don't think I'd whip him. What, he just dropped his phone. Oh, no. Is he at a baseball game?
Where are you? Yeah, I can hear you.
Do we need Jeopardy
Oh,
music?
he is watching.
7th in Heat 4. Looks like it's open. I got you, Timmy.
He's going 7th in heat race number 4. He is watching.
On FloRacing.com.
Son of a gun. Wow, he's at a baseball game or something.
Oh. Well, good for them. Bryant Wiedemann is going to be next. And again, Bo is up here scheming with Bryant. What is the deal with Bo? Is he
He
the
schemes,
brains
but
behind the
doesn't give any
QQ's
advice.
operation? He's like know-it-all Bo or something. I just made that up.
Bo knows.
See, that's why you talk all night long and I talk for
Well, that's from before you were
small
born.
portion. Oh, that's fair. Bryant, what is the deal with Bo? What's Bo doing?
Well, Bo's a big thinker, and that's why he's my crew chief, and he helps me out a lot. And yeah, I can't thank him enough, and the whole KKM team for coming out here and supporting me through everything.
Big thinker. That's a nice compliment. That was a really nice thing to say about you. Yeah, I'd love if somebody said that I think a lot. All right, so Bryant is going last in heat race number 8. You're so close to the one you want to get rid
We
of
are.
there. But there we go, 9th in heat 8 for Bryant Wiedemann.
Next up was going to be Kurt Stellhorn to 17X. He is a scratch. So we just learned he is a scratch. So Michelle Decker, Guthrie, Oklahoma racer. 9th in heat. Oh, well, biscuits. Going to go inside row number 2, heat race number 7. Have you been watching that for a while?
No.
No, just walked up here, and that's where it's going to happen.
That's it.
There you go. It's that easy, folks.
Maria Kofer got a lot on her plate this week. Here she comes. Maria's car is the one that you're all looking at all night long. Brought to you by Indy Fuel. No pressure, right?
Yeah, no, but it's super cool to have the fuel on the car with us this week, and it should be fun. We'll just see how it shapes out and go from there.
It's probably going to be fun. I would venture to say it's going to be fun. All right, where are we going? Maria's going to go 3rd in heat race number 8. Somebody hated that.
Somebody
was
wanted that
not
spot.
a fan of that.
Oh, they
Jerome
wanted that
hated
spot. Oh, they've been watching that for how long? Ethan Mitchell's up next. Speaking of Mooresville, North Carolina, I said not many racers out here. We got multiple racers. So. All right, now you're picking for you. What's the plan?
No, I don't really have a plan. Just come up here, take my 30 seconds, check it out, and see what we got.
There you go. Word on the streets is the clock's broke, just for the record.
I feel like he had a plan for Zach, but he doesn't have a plan for himself. This
He's
seems
got one.
backwards.
Oh, what? That's completely different than where you were going. Like you were going to go to the back of it. Oh, my goodness.
You know when you're taking a test and they're like, never change your first answer? That's what Ethan Mitchell just did. He just changed his first answer.
Goes outside, row number 2, heat race number 8. So starts 4th, heat race number 8 for Ethan Mitchell. Oh, my.
All right, we're looking for Barry Valentino. Got fans here. I wish I had fans here. Man, how nice is it to feel the love?
It's excellent. I had to import them, though.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. They really love you. That's great. All right.
They have to.
It's filling up here. It's filling up here. All right, here we go. Inside row 2 of heat race number 9 for Barry Valentino. Looking pretty good so far. Heat race number 9.
Filling in.
Tell you what. All right.
Working our way down through, that's going to be Blake Brandon coming up next. Morgan Hill, California racer, was just out racing with us last night at IRP. From pavement to dirt. Is it hard to make the transition over a 2-day period?
We'll find out.
There you go. Rolling into this with some confidence. Kinda. Maybe. No, that got scratched out. You can go there. That's Cal Jones. They actually were off a row. So that is available. So is this one over here. Have you seen this one? Behold.
Behold.
Do it.
I think we're going to sell that spot here in just a minute.
There you go. So with that, he is going outside row number 3. So starting 6th, heat race number 3.
Talk about coming in here with a bunch of confidence. Justin Grant up next, who just picked up the Indiana Sprint Week title. I don't see him, though. Justin Grant, or anybody that can draw.
Oh, he's coming. He's back here. He's coming with the clan.
Oh yeah.
Here they come. All
this is
of
my
them
favorite
coming
part
up.
of the day, talking to Bubba. Nah, I just changed his mind. He's like, I'm not going. Come on, let's get up here. We got work to do. He's got it. Oh, yeah, just right up here. Oh, yeah. All right, what's the plan? We talked about it last year, and you told me that you didn't know, but do you know now? Have you figured it out? No. No? Can you say it louder for the people in the back?
No.
No plan. No plan at all. So Justin Grant going to eyeball the board, Chet? He's a guy that might want your spot.
There
I
you
don't know.
go.
I don't know much, but
Think about it. 9th, heat race number 10.
he wants to get rid of this one. What do you think about that? No good? No
it's
good?
going to be
Not
up
at all?
on the fence. Put your foot to
All
the
right,
mat.
I don't think so either.
You like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so close.
Still nothing. Oh,
there
he said, I
it
don't
is.
care.
He did it.
Justin Grant going to pick
9th
that
and heat race
last
number 10.
spot. All right.
Oh.
Whose idea
How
was
about
that?
that? Give him a round of applause. Nobody wanted
Whose
that
idea
one.
was that?
That's the last night's spot, I believe.
That's awesome. Casey Burkham up next in the draft. Driver number 64 of now 87 checked in, and unfortunately 2 scratches. Casey, you ready to rock and roll? You got a Danny Dietrich shirt on. Holy smokes, anybody tell you that's a wing sprint car?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're aware of that then, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right then, you're very polite, well-mannered.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, let's go ahead and pick something. What do we pick? He didn't give you a marker, did he? Are you have a lot of sirs. Are you military?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm getting that vibe. I'd offer you my spot, but Justin took it. Casey going to go outside row number 1, heat race number 9. There you go. Awesome. You can give it to wherever he went.
Big Daddy up next, who's apparently not here, which is a real shame because I love making him uncomfortable when I say that as loud as I possibly can. That's you? All right, I can't say that, sorry. All right, we've already picked for one. We're picking for another. I think Chad is one of like the schemiest when it comes to like looking at these boards and picking a spot. Is Chad like a bug in your ear over there?
Not really. Our plans got a little messed up, so we're going to go 8th in Heat 1.
He's just trying to save his job. Don't listen to him. 8th in Heat 1 for Chris Wyndham, starting right behind Dylan Welch. Oh, okay, yeah, he's a nickname writer. Big Daddy on the board. I love it.
Raise your hand if you ever Googled Big Daddy Chris Wyndham. Okay. So anyhow, Jason McDougal is next. Here he comes. Flamingo farmer from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
Like the shoes. Those are good shoes. What's in the cup?
So what's the game plan?
I don't really know.
Coming this late, there's not a lot of... I know what I'm doing. You know what you're doing? Oh, that happened quick. What happened? What light bulb came on there? Outside, row number 4, so starting 8th, big signature there in heat race number 3. Comes in with some authority.
Mariah Eid is up next. I'll tell you what, Chad, if I have to talk to one more person who's essentially like talking to Bo, I'm going to lose it. I like you, Bo, but man, it's been too much. All right, what's Bo telling you? Are you listening to Bo? Is anybody listening to Bo?
Everybody's listening to Bo.
They love you. That's nice.
For the right price, I'll give you guys all advice on where to pick.
Well, the spots are getting slim, so don't pay him too much. Mariah Eid went outside front row of heat race number 8.
Next up, Dominic Gordon. Clovis, California racer. Met you for the first time down at the shootout last year, didn't I?
Yeah, shootout was a fun experience.
You going back again this year?
Oh, yeah.
Going back to Chili Bowl?
Yeah.
There you go. What are you going to do here?
What we aspire to do at Chili Bowl, win.
There you go. Where are you going to win from? Sign up here. Outside row number 2, heat race number 9. Oh, we just got initials. DG.
Brian Stanfill up next on our list. Here he comes. He's on the phone. He's consulting with somebody. It's probably Cruz. Cruz got the hot setup tips. All right, who's on the phone? Who are we talking to?
I got Cruz on here.
It is Cruz. No way. All right. He knows what to do.
He's telling me 10th heat race, and my car owner in Illinois is telling me 10th heat race so he can catch it after work.
Sounds like 10th heat race.
Let's go 10th heat race, outside 3.
All right, you get to sign it, buddy, not me. That's on you. So outside row 3 of heat race number 10 for Brian Stanfill, who is being told what to do by his son, Cruz.
Next up, Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Looks like Canaan's on his way again.
A lot of pressure on Kanaan. Not just pressure from a driving perspective, but from a picking perspective, too.
Yes. Is that allowed? Well, his last name's an S, so we just $sign.
Oh, there you go. So Ricky Stenhouse Jr., it's a $08 sign.
Yeah, we just change that up. Yeah, I'm trying to see where to go here. I'm thinking we're gonna put him somewhere deep, let him work a little bit, and just dig through the field.
There you go. Dig through the field. So Stenhouse. Outside row 4, heat race number 2. So 8th in heat race number 2.
Michael Pickens up next to pick his starting spot. Michael Pickens, you might remember, had a very real shot at this thing a few years ago until some disaster struck for just about everybody involved, and somebody just got lucky. But how nice would it be for the luck to be on your foot this time around?
That'll be pretty cool. You know, that last race with Larson and Grant, I'll remember that for the rest of my life. I actually broke my back in that crash and obviously didn't go away, but man, what a race to remember that one was. So hopefully we can put on a show for the fans again and yeah, do a little better than the last time.
I'm going to remember that race for the rest of my life, too, but because it was just so alarming. Michael Pickens going to pick his spot here. Pickens, get it? All right. Somebody had to say it. All right, outside row 3 of heat race number 2 for Michael Pickens.
That will take us into number 72, Logan Seavey. 72nd person to pick, not number 72, but Logan Seavey. The deceptively quick Logan Seavey. Looking for a marker. You didn't want to talk to me, did you?
Oh no, I'm fine to talk. I just don't really know where I want to go yet. I'm just kind of looking around and trying to take my time, I guess.
Not a lot of options left. It makes it tough.
Yeah, I think I got my eye on 2 spots, but I'll just
There's actually no time.
yeah, I'll go back here with Justin.
There you go.
Now they all want that spot.
Outside row number 4, heat race number 10. It's the 8th starting spot for Logan Seavey in heat race number 10.
So Scott Orr up next.
Brain Trust at Bill Rose Racing.
All right, we're calling the what?
Brain Trust.
The smart person. That's what that means. Okay, we're calling the smart person at Bill Rose Racing to pick out our spot for Scott Orr and I believe for Josh Hodge as well. Yes. No? Okay.
Maybe.
So, okay. All right, we're good. We're good.
So I got Scotty first.
All right, here we go for Scott Orr. The stakes are pretty high here. I'm not going to lie.
Starting to get whittled down.
So Scott Orr going inside row 2 of heat 10. Going to start right behind Ryan Thomas in heat 10.
Filling in also Josh Hodge coming up next. So picking for him as well. Going to start 7th in heat race number 3 for Josh Hodge. Boom.
Easy enough. Chase Briscoe, who I believe is probably on the phone with his dad, Kevin, right now, but it's Chase's turn, so we're going to get rolling here. So he's walking away. He's coming back. He's coming around. Take our time here. Chase Briscoe hopefully got his spot picked out. His dad, Kevin, gonna fill his name in here. He's got to get rid of all of his stuff first. What'd he say? I have to know what he said.
We're arguing.
Oh, no. Okay, been there, done that. All right.
I want outside heat 10, row 2. He wants pole heat 9.
That's a tough decision. Who wins? Who wants to find out who wins the argument?
He pays the bills.
All right, that's fair. Here we go. Inside pole, I should say, of heat race number 9 for Chase Briscoe. Chase won the argument. He's already won one thing this week, we'll say that.
Michael Facinto is next to pick. Racer out of Hanford, California. Whoa, hello. Whoa, my goodness, snuck up on me there.
I'm small. I sneak up on people a lot lightweight.
That steps like a mouse and sneak.
I think I'm going to go outside front row heat 5 here.
There you go. Outside front row heat race number 5 for Michael Facinto. I like decisive drivers. Boom. There, picked it, done.
Trey Gropp is up next. And at first I was standing behind the speaker and I could just see Kanaan McIntosh. And I was like, not this guy again. But Trey Gropp looks like he's going to pick his own spot after consulting with Kanaan. No, he has to stay there. I'm just kidding. You can come up. It's okay. They don't want me to hear what they're saying, I think, is what it is.
They act like it's a big secret. I mean, how many spots we have left?
I'm just going to stand in front of the board so you can't see it. Yeah. Trey, there's not a whole lot of spots
left. 12
left.
spots left.
What's the debacle that we're having here?
Just trying to figure out who's all in every heat and go from there.
Sizing up the competition. That's what I would do. I keep saying that, but I don't ever have to do this, so it's not on me. All right, Trey Gropp going 7th in heat race number 1. That heat race, Dunzo. Heat race 1 is out.
Another Buckeye State racer coming up here, Ian Krieger. You had a lot more hair last year. You're more aerodynamically sound now.
I think so. I'm hoping.
Don't get looking like me. I'll tell you, it never comes back.
All right, I'll remember that.
Here we go. There you go. Starting 7th in heat race number 2 for Ian Krieger.
Chase McDermott up next. Please bring the dog. Chase McDermott going to pick his spot here. Been close a couple times this year, but mostly just want to see this dog. Hello. What are you doing? Hello. What's the dog's name?
Bell.
Belle. Everybody say hi to Belle. Yes, thank you very much. All right, what are we doing here?
Good question. Your guess is as good as mine. Well, I really don't want to be on the front row, especially early. So I think I'm going to go fourth in heat 10.
I was going to say, there's only one spot left if you don't want to be on the front row. So Chase McDermott going to go fourth in heat race number 10. Belle, the executive decision maker of the team here, telling him exactly what to do, and she is never wrong. She is a good girl. All right, see you later. Chase McDermott.
There you go, all front row starting spots from here on out. Next up, Tyler Courtney. Where's Sunshine? I'll ask it. I'm just going to ask a question. Do you even remember what it's like to drive a midget?
Yeah, I think so. We're going to find out tomorrow, but yeah, excited. This is obviously, one of the cooler races we get to do all year, and I haven't looked at any of this, so you're going to cost me some time here. I didn't expect to come up this quick being 80th, so let's see.
You must be having a good time back there.
Yeah, a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. I haven't done any USAC racing for a while, so I get to see a lot of my old friends. Let's see here. What do you think, Chad?
I don't know. Do you want to rip the cushion or you want to putt around the inside?
What do you think, Spridge? How much time do I got?
Inside or outside?
And it's all front row now.
It's all front row.
So
His thinker's really going here.
Now we're looking. You could just fire off a new one here. You could be your own front row. This is a really good heat race down here, though. This is an exciting heat race.
I can't wait to hear what Chet says about Heat 10 tomorrow.
There you go, outside heat race number 7, Tyler Courtney. Poof.
I think it's
Back
interesting.
behind the wheel of a midget.
It's interesting that he said he's seeing all his old friends from USAC, and he has not said hello to me yet. Ryan Timms is next. Hello. Thank you very much. Ryan Timms is up next. Won a bunch of midget races just a few weeks ago, and he's not here. Jarrett Martin's going to fill in his spot for him. Tell me you're not taking advice from Bo.
No, I'm going to go ahead and make my decision here on our own. Ryan told me to pick whatever I want and let him know, so that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to try, there ain't much left here except for the front row, so we'll do inside heat 2, front row.
Very informative, Jarrett Martin. That's what he's good at, the information, the stuff, to set up the race cars. He doesn't need Bo. Just kidding, Bo. I can't see him, but he's out there somewhere. All right, inside heat race number 2 for Ryan Timms.
82nd driver to pick, Chance Crum. Snohomish, Washington is where he used to be from. Now lives out here in Indy. Are you excited about this?
Yeah, definitely going to be fun. Not looking forward to starting the front row, but we'll see what we can do.
Start on front, keep it up front, right?
Yeah, just trying to keep it out front, and we'll see what happens.
All right, he's taking a look at it, checking out some of the names. Going to go inside row number 1 on heat race number 4. So from the pole of heat race number 4 for Chance Crum.
Buddy Kofoid up next, getting some last-minute decisions in. I mean, he's just going to have to pick a spot. So Buddy Kofoid going to make his way up. Probably not thrilled to start on the front row, but the good news is the heat race winner locks in, so there is that.
Yeah, I'll try and get a good spot. I guess we'll probably take outside heat 3, hopefully go 2-1.
I guess, probably. So we'll see. All right. I thought he might change his mind on me last minute, but Buddy Kofoid going to be outside, front row, heat race number 3.
Interesting. Alex Dalon, you're up next. Pittsburgh, Indiana racer. It's front row. It looks like you are either inside or you have one outside option over here in heat race number 10, which they tell me is a really awesome heat race.
Yeah, it's kind of hard, third time ever in a midget, so just got to go based on experience. Don't really know what I'm doing, but I think the slicker the track, the better for me, so I'm going to go with heat race 10.
There you go. I like it. Thought that one out. Alex Nalon on the outside of that first row in heat race number 10.
All right, Adam Taylor up again, ready to rock, going to pick for himself this time. He's thinking. It looks like the wind just got blown out of your sails a little bit.
Yeah, it pretty much did. And when I saw the draw lineup, I was like, yeah, I'm just going to get something that's left. So I'm going to go heat 5 pole.
All right, that's life. Heat 5 on the pole for Adam Taylor.
Zach Veach, next one. Coming up here, and I just heard that. What's the plan?
I'm following Chris Wheeler, which could be a terrible idea. This is my first time ever in a midget and third time ever racing dirt, so I'm excited to be here with everybody. I think we're going to do inside of heat 3 and hope for the best. So let's do that.
There you go. Inside heat race first row, heat race number 3. That's a nice signature, too.
Kyle Keaton is up next. Is this him with the cowboy hat on? I love it. What a good energy. You're just bringing the vibes with you, aren't you?
I am. Yeah, I am.
Somebody has to. Somebody's got to keep it up around here. All right, you got 2 options. Inside of heat 6 or inside of heat 7. Take your pick.
I don't know.
Is it really that tough to?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go with Jaden Rogers, man. I'm gonna try to get away from him and maybe slide him going into 1 and run away with it.
All right, take notes, Jaden. That's what's going to happen tomorrow when your heat race starts. Kyle Keaton's going to throw a slider on you, so look out.
And your final, he's not here?
Oh.
Yeah, last year, so this is 2 years in a row against all odds. Russ Gamester, Rapid Russ, pulled the last spot 2 years in a row, which is absolutely incredible if that would happen. He gets the last one. I saw him pull into the racetrack over there. So the hauler is here, and Russ will start inside the first row of heat race number 7. That is your draft.
That's it.
Driven to Save Lives, BC39, powered by WeatherTech draft has now officially concluded.
Clap if you think I'm funny. Thank you. There's like 2 people out there.
Yeah, perfect.
Pretty good.
Well, thanks so much for coming out for it. Now, I'll tell you, again, if you're a USAC racer, if you're a crew, they have pizza over there. Also, the Racers for Autism fundraisers taking place just down the street, left-hand side at Daredevil Brewery. It's already underway. You can get down there and join us at Daredevil Brewery, a big fundraiser for Racers for Autism. Driven to Save Lives, a big shout out to thank you to Driven to Save Lives, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the town of Speedway, Indiana, for letting us come down here on the street and do this kind of a neat deal. We appreciate each and every one of you for coming out. Visit, make friends, and we will be back in action again tomorrow. What's the start time? Do you know off the top of your head?
Unfortunately, I don't. I was just going to show up like I normally do.
There you go. We'll see you in the morning. Everybody get out there in the morning. Racers for Autism right now. Pizza for the USAC crews. Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here.
The beginning of a long, hard day for machine and man in preparation for a speed contest. 10 times a year, a breed of man obsessed with a love of speed exhibits the fastest, most powerful racing machines the world has ever seen. Man and machine are pitted against each other on dirt and asphalt. The competition is for the national championship in oval track racing and is sanctioned by the United States Auto Club.